Hello everyone and welcome in another episode with BDS in the office. Today I'm going to talk about best quality Swedish cars. That's right, it's Volvo. I would like to share my experience and my thinking about those cars. I had a chance to drive Volvo XC90 2019 and I can say that I'm quietly impressed and I'm quietly amazed with this car. Like every single morning, I used to work as a valet, and every single morning I head up to work and around 8 a.m. or something like that. I mean, that doesn't matter. I remember one day I went in front of the office where I used to work and to park the car for people who work inside, and I saw the Volvo XC90, and I remember the guy who was already there. He told me, like, you have to move this car. My first thought was, because I'm big fan of cars and I like cars a lot, and my first thought was, yeah, I mean, absolutely, it's 2019, I never used to drive those cars. I remember that I sit in the car and I need like 10 to 15 minutes to figure out how to start the car. I mean, for someone who likes the cars a lot, I mean, as I said, in my defense, that was the first time I saw that car. And I was looking for a standard place for ignitions and I was trying to figure out how to start the car. So after 10 minutes, I realized that it's in the center console and you have to turn the switch on the right to turn on the car. And when you want to turn off the car, you have to turn switch on the left side. Another interesting thing, everything is digital, like digital cluster, there's no analog cluster, there's a big LCD touch display, and also there's a big sunroof. The seats are very comfortable, like you're sitting on a cloud. I mean, that's an amazing experience. So yeah, I mean, as normal, I shifted the gear in drive and I was on my way to park the car in the garage, because we got the usual route. I mean, of course, all valet have that. And I remember driving this car, and because those cars come in, I think this one was T5 all-wheel drive Momentum, and it has 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, 250 horsepower. Of course, there's a stronger version of this car, and I think it's T5 Excellence, and it comes with 400 horsepower, and also it's 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, launching the car from 0 to 60. I mean, you will be surprised how that kind of big car with 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, 250 horsepower, you can launch from 0 to 60. It's just surprisingly. Also, another thing I like about those cars, because every year they're getting better and better with design, and they're getting better and better with quality. And I would like to say I like those smart headlights, and also those taillights are really cool design. But let's talk about smart headlights. As all of you know, on the newer cars, they are just following the road, they are doing automatic high beam, they are lowering the high beams and everything. And also other thing I would like to say, the design of the wheels and design of the whole car is just futuristic, it's like unreal. Another thing I would like to talk about the interior. Everything is smelling like luxury, like expensive, you know? And I know those cars are cheaper than Range Rovers, but I can easily say that you can compare those two cars. I'm not saying that Volvos are better or Range Rovers are better, but I would like to say that you can compare them. And to be honest, if I end up buying one of those two cars, I would definitely choose Volvo, because it's different than the others and not a lot of people driving them. I would choose Volvo because it looks more expensive than the Range Rover. You can watch in my previous episode, I'm gonna put the link below, and you can hear my thoughts about Range Rovers. But anyway, let's go back to Volvo. Yeah, I would choose Volvo because it's more reliable and it's built to last longer than any other car, because as all of you know, they're built in extremely conditions in the cold. And I had a chance to drive a lot of Volvos, but I choose to talk about the newest one because they are really amazing. Another interesting thing I would like to say, that when you're sitting in those seats and every time you try to make a turn, the seats are following your body. And that was something that I first time experienced. I mean, it's really cool. So when the seat moves, and making to you to feel comfortable with these cars. Also, I would like to say I'm surprised, and I really like the key of this car. It's really amazing, and it looks like a small smartphone, you know? I mean, it doesn't have the screen, but it looks like a small square and small smartphone. And And I like it how they are designed those push button keys. Also, under the hood everything is nicely organized and everything is nicely decorated, and I would like to say that I really enjoy driving this car, and for a change my experience with driving this car, it's really good. I don't have any bad words, and I would highly recommend those cars because they're really good. They are giving excellent design, they're giving excellent quality, and they're giving excellent power and excellent engine. So yeah, that would be one of my recommendation for you guys. And that would be all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you're gonna like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And see you next time.